sick cunts, right? We want to push some heavy ass weight. I want this shit. I want this shit.
Well, cardio is complete. I know this is a random interest. Yikes. The fuck? Since when did flies bite? The fuck? Die. Anyway. No. So I did some cardio. As you see, I'm at the park. Saying baseball field, soccer field. That's where I ran, up there. I'm heading home, walking home. The park is further from the gym, so it's like a 37-minute walk. But we're gonna go home. We're gonna take another protein drink, and then we're gonna head to the gym and hit legs. So I will see you guys at the house. It is so freaking hot. It says it's like 89 degrees, but I swear it feels like it's almost 100 degrees because the humidity is just so, oh my goodness. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys at the house, and then we'll go hit legs. Before we hit the kitchen, I might as well answer a few questions since I got a, where's my way out of here? I got a, that way. I have a long walk home anyway. So, first question is, dude, what's your split? I'm gonna tell you my split, but the split is not really the key to putting on sides, okay? As long as you're getting in the gym, you're spending enough time on each muscle group, you're taking each muscle group to complete failure, that muscle is getting a good pump, and it gets a good fatigue, you're good. But I'll tell you my split. So I don't have a rest day unless I feel like I need one. If I feel like I need a rest day, then hey, I'll take a rest day. Now, I'm not telling you guys not to have a rest day. You know, it's good to have a rest day. I'm not speaking against that. That's just me. I feel like I'm functioning well. I love what I do, so I don't want a rest day. But when I feel like I need a rest day, then I will take it. You know, I will listen to my body and be like, yo, you need a rest day? Then I'll, not always do I listen to my body, but most days I try to listen to it. So I'll take a rest day. So anyway, let's start with Sunday because that's how I see the beginning of my week. So Sunday, chest day. Sometimes I'll fit a little bit of shoulders in. I should have brought my tripod. Sometimes I'll fit a little bit of shoulders in, just all depends on how I'm feeling. But mainly chest day. Now I won't do like heavy bench press or anything like that. I'll usually just do push-ups. 500 push-ups, 600 push-ups, sometimes 700 push-ups. I try to go up an extra 50 each month, if that makes sense. So then we got Monday. Monday is arms. Monday, we have triceps and biceps, okay? Then we got Tuesday. It's just chest again, chest and shoulders. So I'll usually hit, of course, bench press, flies, whatever. And for the shoulders, just side delts, sometimes side delts and real delts. Sometimes I'll try to fit some front delts in. I don't do front delts all the time because I get that when I'm working out my chest. So I want my side delts and my real delts to complete that circle. A lot of people have the front delts. Some of them don't have the side delts. You know what I'm saying? Well, they'll have them, but they're just lacking them. Either way. But then we have Wednesday, back and legs. Damn, Steve, you do back with legs? Yes, I do back with legs. The reason why is because I like to work my muscle group twice a week, each muscle group twice a week. So that's kind of the only way it could like fit in, you know. So back and legs, Wednesday, and then we got Thursday, we got arms again. So triceps and biceps. Then we got Friday. Friday will be just legs. Usually on Friday, I'll focus more so on hamstrings, and then on Wednesday, it'll be more quad focus, but I do fit them both in, just that one day is more than the other, if that makes sense. Then Saturday, just back. So that is my split. But again, oh man, it's about to rain. But it's not about the split, bro. It's not about the split. You still gotta find a split that works for you. My worst split is when people do upper body, lower body. In a sense, yeah, that worked for me. If they're getting something out of it, I mean, of course, the guys look good, that's salute to them. But me personally, like especially if you're not on gear, you at least got to kind of like spend 45 minutes on each muscle. 45 to an hour on each muscle. At least that's what I like to do. So yeah, I mean, if I were to do upper body, lower body, and I was doing chest, shoulders, I mean, I'll be in there for about 5 hours. So I don't do it that way. But that's for you to figure out your split, kind of figure out what you like to do and what works for you. That's it. Other question was, damn, Steve, why do you do so much value? Why so much value? Dude, again, that's what works for me. I used to do the 4 sets of this, 3 sets of that. When I started doing more sets, I started to increase size. Again, this is what works for me. You guys got to kind of like figure out what works for you. If you're doing 4 sets, you feel good, salute. But if I was working out with you guys, of course I'm going to push y'all, but if I was, let's say I was your trainer, right? Come on, I know you're not doing something right. You're probably not taking every set to failure. And you probably could fit an extra rep in. An extra set, even if that's just 5 sets. But, okay, that's what works for me. But you got to understand, like, if you guys, like, I love working out. I look at workout videos. So I'm looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? And he would do, like, a total of 35 sets. And he was on gear, too. Not that I'm on gear, but he was on gear. The reason for saying this is because the gym influencers, now I'm not talking down on them, but they take so much gear that they don't have to do as much work. So, for instance, if somebody who's on plenty of gear, they might can work out for an hour, they might can do 4 sets and get great results. Be super lean, super buff, you know what I'm saying? And do only 4 sets of 12. Just using that as an example. But you, on the other hand, are natural. So, you doing 4 sets, you're not really going to get the results that they get. So, you have got to do more than they do. So, that's what I do. So, if I'm looking at a gym influencer and they're on gear and they're like, I do 4 sets of this, me personally, I double what they do because I want to look like I'm on gear. And obviously, you guys are already like, some of you guys are like, there's no way bro's natural. Well, this is the results I get. I train, I do double they do, so I can kind of like look. I'm not going to look exactly like they look, but if I can look close to what they look like, I want to look close to what they look like. But there's no way I can work exactly how somebody on gear works because gear makes you put on muscle faster. You get what I'm saying? That's what gear does. So I can't work out how they work out and expect the same results that they have. You get what I'm saying? I got to do way more. So that's what I do. So if they do 4 sets, I'm going to double that. I'm going to do about 8 sets. I'm going to do about 12 sets. So that is the reason why I do so many sets. And obviously it's working for me because look, not trying to be cocky, but I'm just saying, it works. Now, like I said, if you're doing what you're doing and it works and you look great, good. But if you're looking the same and you don't really feel like nothing's changing, you don't really feel like you're putting on any more sides, then try adding an extra rep. Try adding an extra set. You know what I'm saying? Try switching something up. Because obviously, those 4 sets aren't working. And there is no way that every time you go to the gym, you should be doing the same amount of reps and the same amount of weights. Like, come on, man. Something's got to change. You either got to add 5 pounds, add 10 pounds, add 5 more reps, or add another set. You get what I'm saying? You can't keep it the same. Let me tell you. So it's like this. Okay? Let's say you just started working out, right? You're doing 4 sets of 12. 4 sets of 12 is going to work. And you're going to get good results. But then as you keep doing, so you're going to go up like this. You're getting good results. Everything's going well. But then your body's going to get really used to doing 4 sets of 12. You're going to stay stagnant. And then after that, you might even start to go like this. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say something's got to change. That's what I did. I used to do the 4 sets of 12 things. But when me and my brother started adding more weight, adding more sets, adding more reps, whatever you want to do, I kind of went all around the circle. But to answer your question, I do so much value because I want to look like I'm on steroids. Bottom line. I want to look freaking jacked and I want to look super lean. I want to look like I'm on gear. You get what I'm saying? I like when I see the comments and they're like, there's no way dude is natural. I hope you guys don't think he's natural. I like that. That's how I wanted to look. Why would I want to look like I'm natural? You know what I'm saying? Where am I at? No, I want to look like I'm on gear. I want to look like those cool dudes who are on gear, if possible, without being on gear. Now, in the future, if I feel like my body is slowing down or whatever, and it's not moving as fast as it's doing now or whatever, then okay, you know, I might hop on a little something. That's why you hear me say I'm natural for now. Because I know sometime in the future, and I'm talking about maybe like 26, 27, if my body ever starts to kind of like decline or whatever, I'm definitely hopping on something. It doesn't even have to be nothing serious, like Trent or whatever. It could just be like some testosterone or something, TRT. But yeah, I hope that answers you guys' question. Okay. Other question: how long have you been working out? I've been working out since I was 10, so I've been working out for almost 10 years now. I was doing like push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups when I was about 10. I think it was about 12 when I got a hold of my my dad's weights. So then me and my brother started lifting weights. So I've been at it for a long time. And I will tell you this: if you're just starting to work out or whatever, it's kind of a learn and go thing. So when you first start lifting, even the first 2 weeks you start lifting, in the first 3 weeks you start lifting, you're not really going to be a pro. It's kind of, you're learning as you go. You know what I'm saying? You're learning what works for you. You're taking some advice from this guy. You're taking some advice from that guy. You're taking some advice from that guy over there. You kind of mix it together. You got to kind of make it your own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a, what do I say? I'm lost. I go straight. Yeah, it's a learning. It's a thing where you kind of learn as you do. That's what it's kind of, that's what it is. You learn as you go. I could say that I officially kind of like know what I can. I'm not certified, but I kind of know what I'm doing. I can't say that. Not everything that I'm doing is. I can say not everything I'm doing is maybe healthy. You know, science may not agree with it, but I can say, bro, I can tell you how to put some muscle mass on. If that makes any sense. You do a ton of volume. Is that good? If you're getting your recovery, that's the question. As long as you're recovering, you're good. You know, if you're gonna go do high value and go play some Call of Duty and stay up all night, or stay up talking to a girl all night, then no, you're not gonna recover. So then you're just tearing your body down and it's not rebuilding. You know, I try to make sure I get some sleep. You know, so I at least get about 6 hours of sleep. If that, I try to at least. So yeah, for me, I recover. You know, it's a good thing. There's no such thing really as overworking your muscles as long as they're recovering. You know what I'm saying? So if you get, let's just say you get 3 hours of sleep and you go do 4 sets of 15, in a sense that's overworking your muscles because you're not getting any recovery. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you get your recovery, you're straight. All right. We made it home. We freaking made it. Is my mic on? Yes. Okay. I'm dehydrated. I need plenty of water. So for me, it's Friday. I'm not gonna, because I'm tired. I just got finished running. So I'm not gonna go crazy with the legs today. So I'm probably gonna go with a little bit of calves. I see you guys saying I need bigger calves. I know I do. I know. But so I'm gonna go hit calves. About 8 sets of calves, 8 sets of some hamstring curls, and maybe a little bit of leg extensions. And that should do it. Probably gonna be like a 45-minute workout. Depending on how fast I'm moving. Oh my fucking god. I'm almost out already. You got it? Good. My brother. Brother is playing GTA. So there's 2 ways you can do your calf. Well, actually, there's a couple of ways you can do your calf workout. I have 2 that are my favorite. But you can, I'll tell you all the ways, right? Of course, you guys already seen me do the Smith machine, which is my absolute favorite. You can also take like a dumbbell, like one dumbbell, and you know, you got the bench press, right? And how they have those things that kind of stick out. You can put your foot on there with one dumbbell and just kind of bounce off that, or you can use a leg press, which is my second favorite. If you get a leg press and you just kind of put your feet, like right, not all the way on it, but just like right here, and you just kind of bounce off of it like that. That'll also do it. So I think those are what I'm gonna do today because 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna make it to the Smith machine. Those are gonna be being used. So I'm just gonna use the leg press and try to hit some calves. Now the reason why, like I said, I used to hit my calves all the time, but I kind of slowed down because I'm walking 24/7. And when I'm walking, my calves are just sore 24/7. So I just didn't really work it out like that. But we do need to try to manage to hit that and neck about at least twice a week. So that's what I'm going to start trying to do. Bro was like, yo, I'm taking all my supplements, but I'm not getting bigger. If you got the choice to buy supplements or food, buy food because food is going to do it. If you're not eating, protecting your supplements, you're not really going to get nothing from it. So if you don't have money for both, replace the money you're using for supplements for food because these supplements, at least the best kind, are expensive. For example, this right here, about $40. These beats right here, about 18, $19. Pre-workout, $60. Creatine, I got this off Amazon, almost $30. I think it's like $20. Tax included in shipping, like $25. Then I got another thing of creatine, $50. You feel me? Then I got the protein powder, which is about $40, $34, almost $40. You know what I mean? Now, with all this, I mean, you can buy some food or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So these will kind of dig into your pockets. So if it's kind of expensive and you can't afford both, replace the supplements with food. Now, if you had to pick what I would tell you to get supplement wise, I will say you don't really need pre-workout. Okay, I would take, so like me, right? Let's just say I had a few options when I had to pick. I would get creatine. That's the best. That's the first thing I would get is creatine, bro. That is a natural steroid. I don't know how many times I have to push this. Creatine. Then I will get the total beats because that right there helps with some blood flow. These things right here would be last because I don't really need pre-workout. It's kind of like a fun thing, or if I'm just totally exhausted, then I'll get it. You need the protein powder, but if you can get enough protein through the food, then you don't need the protein powder. But if you're coming up short on the food, then okay, you got to use the protein powder. But top, creatine. You know what I'm saying? You can go a long way with creatine. And it's just, all you need, bro, it's just a tiny scoop. Like, if you get the right kind, it's just this little scoop. Really small. So this right here is 200 servings. So you can buy this and it'll last you about 200 days. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good investment. Oh boy. Let that sit in there. And let's go kill this. All we're doing the best we can do. You know, we're going all in. So I'm tired. So the best I can do is about 45 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna do. If the best you can do is 20 minutes, and that's just for today, and that's the absolute best, then bro, go hit it for 20 minutes. Let's get it. I thought my mic was on, but it wasn't. So what I said at the beginning was I'm going to do about 4 sets with this weight using both legs. Then I'm going to drop the weight, of course, and then do single leg and do about another 3 to 4 sets. So this is the 4th set. I'm feeling like I can do an extra set, so I'm probably going to do an extra set. Then I'm going to drop it, do about 3 sets with the single leg, and then we're going to head to some hamstring curls or whatever. I'm not going crazy on the weight either. I'm making these control reps, at least on the calves. I don't know what I'm doing when I get over there. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more set, then drop it. Man, when I tell you these are so boring, they are so boring, bro. So boring. Last set. Okay. I'm really trying to make sure I get that nice stretch with this one and then bring it all the way up. But I really want to focus on getting that good stretch. Now I do a single leg. I think I just do 2 sets because I run out of time. And I gotta hit some hamstrings. I closed early today, so I'll start with the opposite leg this time. Hamstrings. One warm-up set, and then I'm just gonna head right into it. Don't let me forget this. Man, my hamstrings are sore from running. I need to stretch a bit. So I'm thinking 4 sets, just cause my hamstrings are a little wore out from all that running. Not gonna go crazy on the weight either. Yeah. 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 All right, last set. Got 20 minutes, guys.
I'm done. Right there,
Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. Let's do some more leg stitches. 3 sets. All right. First set. Is he about to try to come in here and get like a 5-minute workout? This guy just came in and it's about to close in like 10 minutes. Go ahead and enjoy your little 10-minute workout. I'm gonna do about 2 drop sets. I have to do that leg first. Okay. One more set, just like that, and we'll call it a day. Started from 120, then dropping it to 80, then dropping it to 60. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right, let's get out of here. All right, I don't really have a pump, but we're still gonna do a like a 2-minute pose there just for fun, because why not? Why not? Man, those veins are really starting to pop in. I don't know if you guys can see that, but really starting to cook. Golly. All right. Yeah, all right. They say do it. I'm coming. All right. Yeah, a little quick workout. Nothing serious at all. Just something to give a little pump. And that's it. Let's freaking get out of here.